One. Hello, everybody. From Janet Protzel in the St. Louis Jewish Light Guide to Jewish Living, published December 2011, a story from the Cedars at the JCA. I, Bradley Tolpin, began visiting Charlie in November 2010, shortly after learning about the program through the Ethical Society. My one request was to be matched with someone I could interact with who was high functioning. Charlie is an extraordinary human being. Says who? Says me. Not only does he speak 7 languages, he has a passion for music, sings on a regular basis. Use it or lose it. He always says that to me. Through their talks, that's my talks with Charlie, I learned that Charlie was born in Poland in 1933. He moved with his family into Germany. Out of the frying pan into the fire. It was a big mistake. Not necessarily. Charlie then moved to Russia, Belgium, on to Israel, and eventually to the United States. That explains all the languages, according to me, Bradley Tolpin. After moving to St. Louis, Charlie lived in University City. He was a landlord and he ran a plumbing business. He had 2 sisters and was married 3 times. Charlie's an avid accordion player. Says who? Says me. He actually plays 2 songs, just 2 songs regularly. One is that we danced on the night we wed, and the other is Garatushka, the Russian missile song. He'll play for me, and sometimes I'll fiddle around on it, meaning I'll hammer on the keys, press on the bass notes, and squeeze the box. At any rate, he's very tolerant, to say the least. Sometimes I'll bring in my harmonica and tambourine. On occasion in the group room, I'll play along with the guitarist. I've even been known to pass the tambourine around to the other residents and have them play too. Anyway, I've brought Charlie a CD of Fiddler on the Roof, and we will sing the songs together. I also one day brought in the DVD of Judy Garland's starring role in Meet Me in St. Louis. Unfortunately, that day, Charlie wasn't able to visit with me. His son, Stuart, was in the building, and fortunately, he got to visit with his own son. Meanwhile, I stayed and for 2 hours watched Meet Me in St. Louis, Meet Me at the fair, with all the other residents that were willing to sit and watch. Sometimes I'll bring in song lyrics. Sometimes even Tony Bennett's If I Ruled the World, which is one of Charlie's favorites. But he doesn't always sing it as it's written. Who cares? Photos adorning the walls of Charlie's room tell the story of his life. Reminders of him and his buddies in the Israeli military police. It's a 3-shot. And his life in Haifa, which is where he lived when he served in the Israeli army. And as a bodybuilder, I think that might have been when he was in Belgium. I'm not exactly sure. At any rate, Charlie is very proud of those. Says who? Says me. Says him. He has a few dumbbell weights in his room and will walk around doing curls, because he still can. Sometimes he'll do push-ups up against the wall, because he enjoys being in good physical shape. And he likes to keep active, joking the best exercise. Inhale, exhale. Anyway, I've gotten to know Charlie. I know what he likes, and I bring him butterscotch discs mainly because his medication causes cotton mouth. It dries out his mouth. Lately, he's been sharing them in the group room, and he's quite aware, however, that they are his. And he always keeps his stash in his room, if I have anything to do about it. Anyway, Janet Protzel quotes me as saying, "We all hear scary stories about Alzheimer's and dementia. My story with Charlie is really happy. I spend an hour a week with him. A kind of Tuesday afternoons with Charlie. It's a real pleasure to have him as a friend, and I do consider Charlie C. my friend. It's one of the best parts of my life." Thank you. I am Bradley S. Tolpin. I'd like to thank Janet Protzel, and I'd like to thank the Singer Institute, with whom none of this would be possible, as well as the Ethical Society of St. Louis. My hat's off to Ellen Bersonis for her call to action, which I got involved with. The Senior Connections at the Singer Institute. Everybody, have a happy New Year. I'm out of here.